exactly like that. It'd be like Cyber King. Like, okay, I'm regular in this. Now it's fun. You feel me? As
Right,
opposed to
right.
just always winning.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, we did get another super chat though. Dude, that sounds familiar as hell. Ah, I know who that is. That's ooh, there you go. Yeah, that's ooh. Hey, thanks
Mm-hmm.
Ooh for the
Oh,
five
it
dollar
was good, big
donation.
hood.
Shout out to
He
you.
said, "How many people will be on Boruto's side in chapter 30 and chapter 40 in the future?" Jordan wants to know. Okay. Jordan said left it. All right, yeah. So, How many people will be on Boruto's side in chapter 30 and chapter 40 in the future?
That's a good question. I think there are going to be a decent amount of people on Porto's side. I think the number is probably going to grow and grow over time. I think everyone pretty much understands that. Even like, let's be honest, I remember from the first like chapter, well, let's say like the first 5 chapters, we thought there's no possible way Kawakis is going to join forces with Boruto. Lo and behold, they're teamed up now. So like, I think it's going to come to a point where they're essentially going to be fighting for the same thing, and that right there is going to make them. And then technically, that's already happening right now with the Shinju, but it's probably going to be an even deeper reason for them to team up, and there's going to be a lot more people on his side. Now, a specific number, I'm not entirely sure, but it's probably going to grow and grow. Now, I believe it's going to be very contingent upon who the Hokage is. Hypothetically, if Shikamaru does get fired, which is obviously a possibility, and they put someone who's actually susceptible to omnipotence in the Hokage spot, it's going to absolutely 100% affect how many people are on Boruto's side. But if they put someone in, which, in my personal opinion, which would be the best case scenario, like Sarada, or even like another character who's
fucking A.
in my personal opinion. But hypothetically, if it is Sarada, the whole Hidden Leaf Village is going to be on Boruto's side. Let's be honest, like pretty much.
Oh, okay, I get what point you're trying to make there. I get what you're saying.
Mm.
I thought you were just trying to make Sarada Hokage again. My bad.
No. But for example, if Konohamaru is the Hokage, if he survives this and Konohamaru is the Hokage,
right,
I don't think they're working with Boruto at all.
Oh, how many people will be on Boruto's side in chapter 30 and chapter 40 in the future?
As far as like by chapter 40, I think it's gonna be a lot of people, and I think it's only gonna be that way because, like Boruto kind of alluded to when him and Kawaki was talking on the Hokage faces, he was like, "If I come out and tell the truth now, it's gonna simply just split the village in half." And I don't think many people brought this theory or idea up, but probably like the Hidden Leaf Village is destroyed that we see in the future is because of like a civil war. The people who are supporting Boruto and the people who are supporting Kawaki. So like it might be like a lot of people enough to like cause a civil war where like have people like say for instance, we get past for the most part, we get past the Shinju stuff. We're dabbling in Otsutsuki territory. Say we're at a point where omnipotence is the main point of the story, and now they've been going throughout the story. I feel like Boruto is going to continue going throughout the story as is, where like people may just be simply put in situations where they have no choice but to work alongside Boruto. And then it's up to that specific character whether they decide how they feel. So we see how it's been throughout the 20 chapters. Mitsuki personally decided, okay, I'm going to help Boruto escape because of the interaction I've already had with the character. Konohamaru, he has a smart mouth with Boruto. He doesn't necessarily respect him. So everybody has their different reactions and interactions with Boruto. So they're just simply going to be put in situations where they either A, have to work alongside with him, or B, criticize him for the framed activities against Naruto or the ninja world. But once Naruto returns or the truth about Naruto is revealed, and then it comes into question Kawaki's legitimacy within the Uzumaki house, there is going to have to be people who like, okay, well, maybe Sarada and Sumire were on to something the last 3 years. This is why the Hokage started acting funny these last few months. And we obviously know Shikamaru was going to take his side, and Sarada and Mitsuki was going to take Boruto's side. So people who are hard stern, and I'm even thinking like split, like so much where we got Shikamaru on Boruto's side and Ino's on Kawaki's side, because we seen where Ino was like, yo, bro, why are you like rocking with this guy Boruto? You feel me? So I'm talking like a full-blown civil war. So it might be hundreds of people, might be like just simply half the village or enough to entice some type of civil war where the political fandom is split. You know, maybe it's like the Hokage and a lot of the high advisors within the village are on Boruto's side, but then you got the feudal lords and a lot of, you know, the major other villages, aside from some strong exceptions, because Boruto's side would have to have the few, the minority. So except for like some strong exceptions that will be on Boruto's side to level out the playing field of the numbers that's on Kawaki's side, It sounds like a civil war to go down between the two of them.
That'd be fire.
That would be
That'd
fire.
be a fire arc. That's like
Yeah.
that could be like a replacement for the war arc. I ain't gonna lie.
That would be
No,
great.
that would be fire. I didn't even think about that.
You know what I'm saying? To keep it grounded, like that's when we get at past all the Otsutsuki stuff, and that was simply
brothers versus ninjas.
You know what I'm saying? And Boruto already said that was the future or outcome he was trying to avoid. So it lets me to believe that either A, Kashin Koji already saw a situation where maybe Boruto thought it was best to simply come forth and tell the truth way earlier than anticipated, and in that timeline, it led to a civil war because half of the people believed Boruto and the other half sided with their memories and fought alongside Kawaki, and it led to senseless bloodshed.
Yeah. I honestly think that like the people who are gonna be on like Boruto's side like wholeheartedly is the people that's already on his side right now. The Sarada, Sumire, and everybody else who happens to be on Boruto's side by chapter 30 and 40 is all out of necessity. Because like Boruto, he has all the intel that like basically every village needs and shit like that. So when everything comes and blows over, everything comes to like a climax, they're all going to have to be on Boruto's side because Boruto pretty much knows the enemy better than anybody else.
That's a fact.
But, yeah, other than that, I really don't see it happening unless somebody lifts omnipotence.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be more out of necessity that people work with Boruto. Like,
yeah,
they have no choice.
But I like your idea better though, like the whole Civil War thing. That can that shit's fire, bro. I didn't even like think of that. That wasn't even like a thought. I think
that can be like more of an end game though. So that's
for sure.
The story, it would just simply still be like what you said. It would be just like a necessity to be around Boruto up until that point. Because then people who like the randoms who would believe Boruto would be the ones who would like see what he's done over the last few months and like defeating Code, defeating the Shinju, protecting the village, and then he comes out and says the truth is going to be real conflicting. So that's why I think, you know what I'm saying?
I want to see how like this really does unfold. Like, because I remember all the theories we had early Boruto Part 1, it never really unfolded like that. And to be honest, to a certain degree, it kind of a lot of people believe that it was better than what they actually did think. When it comes to Ada, when it comes to Boruto's Karma Seal, and of course Ishiki Otsutsuki fighting against Naruto and Sasuke. But like hypothetically, if they do turn it up and make it better than what all of our expectations, bro, TBB could actually be like elite when the anime comes out. Again, which gets me super hyped for it.